Hi and good evening. Democracy depends on citizens making decisions based on reliable information and open public discussion. However, in this digital era, social media platforms have become one of the main source of political information, especially among young people. Among this platform, TikTok has experienced remarkable growth, changing the way political messages are created, shared, and consumed. Unlike traditional media, TikTok does not simply display content chronologically. Instead, it relies on a recommendation algorithm that determine what users see on their For You page or FYP. This raises an important question: how does TikTok's algorithm influence democratic participation? In this documentary, we explore this question through the case of Malaysia 15 general election, supported by communication theories, real-world evidence, and ethical reflection.
Social media has transformed political communication around the world. Instead of relying on newspaper or television, citizens now receive political information instantly through digital platforms. TikTok has become one of the fastest growing social media platforms globally. Its For You page recommends video based on user viewing habits, interests, and interactions. This means users do not necessarily search for political information. Instead, political content is recommended to them automatically by the platform algorithm. As a result, TikTok has evolved from an entertainment application into a powerful space for political communication and democratic participation.
To understand this matter more deeply, we need to look back at how this issue arose. It began during Malaysia's 15th general election, or PRU 15, held in November 2022, marking a significant milestone in the country's democratic history. It was the first general election following the implementation of Undi 18, which allowed millions of younger Malaysians to vote. This change has transformed the landscape of political communication. Political parties, candidates, influencers, and supporters are tuning to TikTok to engage with young voters through short video, live stream, and campaign message. As many first-time voters rely heavily on TikTok for information, the platform recommendation algorithm has become an influential factor in determining which political content receive greater visibility and public attention.
To better understand TikTok's influence on democracy, we apply Jagged Habermas public sphere theory. Habermas argued that democracy functions best when citizens have access to an open public sphere, a space where people can freely exchange ideas, discuss public issues, and make informed political decisions without manipulation. Traditionally, this public sphere existed through newspaper, public debates, and television. Today, much of the discussion has moved online, particularly onto social media platforms such as TikTok. At first glance, TikTok appears to stretch the democracy because it allows anyone to share opinions and participate in political decisions. However, unlike traditional public forums, TikTok does not present information equally to every user. Instead, TikTok relies on its recommendation algorithm to decide which video appears on each user For You page. The algorithm analyzes user behavior, including the videos they watch, like, comment, and share. Based on this data, it continuously recommends similar content that is more likely to keep users engaged. As a result, two users searching for the same political issue may receive completely different information depending on their online behavior. This creates personalized political information environment rather than a shared public discussion.
TikTok's algorithm brings both opportunity and challenge to democracy. On the positive side, it increased political participation by making political information more accessible, especially for young voters who may not follow traditional news media. During Malaysian GE15, many first-time voters become politically engaged through TikTok videos explaining party manifestos, campaign event, and voting procedure. However, the same algorithm also prioritize highly engaging content, emotionally sensational or controversial video often receive more visibility than balanced or factual discussions. This issue can also be understood through the concept of digital citizenship. Digital citizenship encourages individuals to participate responsibly in online communities by thinking critically, verifying information, and respecting different opinions. While TikTok provides opportunity for democratic participation, democracy cannot depend solely on technology. It also requires responsible citizens to evaluate information carefully before accepting or sharing it. Therefore, digital literacy has become an essential equipment for protecting democracy in the digital age.
Beyond technology and algorithm, democracy also depends on ethics and responsibility. From an Islamic perspective, freedom is expression shall always be guided by truthfulness, justice, and accountability. One important principle is tabayun, which means verify information before accepting or sharing it. This principle is highlighted in Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 6, where believers are reminded to investigate information carefully to avoid harming others through false or inaccurate news. In today's digital environment, where TikTok algorithm can rapidly amplify political content, the values of tabayun, amanah, and adab remain highly relevant. These values encourage users to think critically, verify information, and participate in political discussion with responsibility rather than emotion to strengthen democracy in digital age. Every stakeholder has an important role to play. First, social media platform should increase transparency about how recommendation algorithm prioritize political content and could continue improving efforts to reduce the spread of misinformation. Second, government and educational institutions should strengthen digital and media literacy program so that citizens, especially young voters, are better equipped to evaluate online political information critically. Finally, users themselves must become responsible digital citizens by verifying information respecting different opinions and avoid the spread of false or misleading content.